Well, hello. Hopefully this time I can you can see and hear me. I'm just going to check that we're waiting for Google to catch up, and I'm not sure whether it is. So we'll just bear with me a moment. Right. Okay. Let me just mute that. Right. Okay, guys. Let's start again. Hello, everybody. My name is Darren. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, no matter where you are in the world. Hopefully, you can see and hear me. I'm getting a few yes, I can. Brilliant. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Okay, right. We have quite a bit to go through tonight. Obviously, we're on the final lap, as it were, as far as we're concerned, as far as the founder release is concerned. We've got, I think, about 9 or 10 days left to go. So if we can obviously talk about founders, because I've had quite a few messages over the weekend about founder positions. Are there still some available? How much they are? That type of thing. So I'm going to go through that. So if you want to hang fire for that, we will cover that. I will also direct you to a great video that Jeremy did just before he went over to America this month. So I'm going to go through that as well. And then we're going to do some live, I was going to say live trading then, because that's what we normally do. We're going to do some live bot setting up, and I will be doing genuine live money, real money, whatever it is. I'll be setting some real money bots up. I will set those up today. And then obviously we've got lots and lots of questions to go through. We released, I think, about 8 or 9 videos over the weekend. We put them all into the back office. Again, I'll show you where all of those are if you've not found them. We've released a lot of videos which hopefully cover the vast majority of how to use the bot and the information. The bot itself is very easy to use. It's about understanding the amount of information that you're getting. It can be probably a little bit overwhelming to some people. So we're taking that feedback on board, and we're trying to obviously help you identify what to look at and what not to look at. So we're going to go through that. So we've got quite a lot to go through, and then, like I say, I would imagine that we're going to have a few questions as well. So let's get some housekeeping out of the way first of all. Now, if you are looking at this for the first time, you don't know what Zukul is, you don't know what our trading bots are, but you like the look of everything that you're seeing or hearing, then in order to get more information about Zukul, it is by invitation only, and the invites will be in the comments section below. Okay, so the guys who are founders, people who are members of Zukul, they will obviously put a little bit of bio down there, and they'll obviously put their link down there, their contact details, how you can get in touch with them, or how you can register with Zukul. And like I say, all those details will be down there. So, guys, if you're watching this and you are a member of Zukul and you have got an affiliate link, then again, you need to put your links down there, and obviously people will come across them. Also, during the course of the next, however long it'll be, 50 minutes or so, if you have any questions whatsoever about the binary bot, then please put them in this chat here. And can I ask you to put them in capital letters? It just obviously makes it easy for me to just spot them. Obviously, there's a lot of chat that goes on within there. So if you could just put your questions in capitals, like I say, it's just easy for me to skim through that. And in the first comment down there, and the first comment in the chat there, I've put 4 points that I want to go through. The first one is that Jeremy did a video about a bot that they've been running really. They've been running lots and lots of bots, really, probably thousands of bots over the course of the past 3, 4, 5, 6 months. Okay, and they've had some really good success with certain settings. And they did a bot about 2 weeks ago. They set a bot running. They loaded it up with live cash, and they just let it run. Okay, it was a bit of a demonstration. I wouldn't say we forgot about it, but there's lots of other things which took our attention away from it. and we went back to have a look at it, and you'll be surprised at what that bot has generated. Okay, so where we talk about allowing your bots to, I wouldn't say mature, but allowing them to run, allowing them to do what they should be doing, the results are outstanding. So again, we will touch on that in a bit more detail tonight. So I've included the video there. There is also within that video a really detailed breakdown of what's involved in being a founder, the benefits that you get. Now, obviously, I'm going to go through some of the top level stuff, but if you want the nitty gritty stuff, if it gives you more questions than answers tonight, then obviously that video, I think it's only about 8 or 9 minutes long, that video there, like I say, will probably answer everything. And it's probably a bit unusual if we're doing a hangout and I'm showing you about another video, but I just want to make sure that we've got very, very limited time, very, very limited spaces. So if you want to become a founder, you really need to get that information really, really quickly and make your decision quite quickly as well. So like I say, all of the details that we're going to cover is in that first comment section. Let me just pause for a quick drink of water. Now, you will notice that I'm not Jeremy. I've got hair. Jeremy's bald. Jeremy's in America at the moment. He flew over on Sunday. So obviously, a little bit of a time difference. He's got bits and pieces that he needs to sort out, bits of business that he's doing over in America for the next few weeks. So while he's getting himself back in the right time zone, if you like, over in America, I'm going to do today's hangout, and I will do another one on Wednesday as well as normal. So we're going to have 2 hangouts tonight. Jeremy might do little bits of hangout or little updates during the course of the week, but like I say, he's got quite a lot of business stuff to do in America. So we'll be in touch with us, but whether he will have time to be able to do a hangout this week, I'm not sure, but he will definitely be with us the following week, so you can relax with as far as that's concerned. Right, okay, it's time for my glasses. So the first bit is, let me just have a quick look at the chat to just see what questions we might have already, just to make sure that I do cover things that are important to people. Boom. So settle work for dollars. Okay, so that looks a big question there. So let me just give me a moment. I'm going through Makim Saba's question, so just bear with me a moment. I set up a bot with $50 profit target and 50% stop loss level with a smart compound. Okay, I saw in the videos how the stop loss working within the target. $2. Very good. Change the first bet 2 and made 1 then gold reach. So why the bot not keep biting with $25 that left for? Why not keep biting for the reach stop loss level or keep compounding? Right, okay, I think I know what your question is. Right, okay, Markeem, hopefully I will come to that when we get to that section. That's no problem. And we've got another question here from Terry Price. Are there plans to allow us to set up more than 3 bots in the near future? Okay, right. I don't know the answer to that one, Terry. That's possibly quite a good thing for me to touch on, really, because there's answers within that question which the question's not asking. I'll make sense in a moment. Basically, let me just take this off because it distracts me. There we go. I'm out of sync a little bit. There we go. Right. So at the moment you can set up 3 demo bots and you can set up 3 live bots. So obviously what Terry's asking is there plans for us to allow us to have as many bots as we like. I don't know the answer to that is the quick answer, and the reason is why we're limiting the bots is well, twofold really, I would imagine. Is that the first thing is that we're dealing with a third-party binary options platform. Our binary bot during testing has been very successful. As you can see, Makim's bot has already made profits. So if you can imagine that we've got a couple of hundred people who have got these bots and they've got 3 bots each, and let's say 2/3 of those bots are all profitable. Well, that's, you're getting on close to nearly 1,000 bots in operation. So that is a lot of bots that are going to be successful. Okay, and we have to be cautious with this third party in how many people they will allow us to use the bots on their platform. At the end of the day, they're a bit like a bookmakers, as we would have in the UK. They're a bit like a casino, I suppose, that you might know in other countries, in the fact that they make their money when people lose. Okay, they don't make money when people win. All right, so it's in their interest that people lose. And if we have bots which are successful, clearly they're not making as much money as they would do normally. So what we're trying to do is get this first tranche of people with the bots that are operating correctly from their point of view, that they understand how to operate it, and that they're being financially successful with it. Then once we've got that, we're in constant communication with Pocket Option. Once we've got that tranche in place and they're happy with that and we can expand it, we can either expand it with more members, or we can expand it by releasing giving you the ability to have more bots. But we need to make sure that they're happy with the number of bots that we have running with them at the moment. Okay, the other thing is that, yeah, we could give you 10 bots, but how many people are going to then... We're trying to manage people's expectations as far as controlling. I don't know how to put it without me sounding a bit like a nanny state, but I think Jeremy made it really clear with the fact that everybody has access to the demo bots. Okay, once you can prove that you have control of your demo bots and you're producing profitable bots, then he will allow you to switch on to live bots. Now, if we then allow you to then have 10 bots or 20 bots, then how careful will you be with all of those bots? And that's not a judgment on everybody, it's a judgment on a few people, and we have to make sure that those few people, we cater for everybody. So there's lots and lots of questions and answers within that single question, Terry. But the quick answer is, it is going to be dependent on the binary option platform that we are working with and how many bots they allow us to have on their platform. They may be, I mean, they're a very successful business. They may be happy with us having lots and lots, or they may be just happy with us just having a few. But either way, if we can have more, I'm sure Jeremy would allow us to either have lots more members using it or lots more bots for the members that have got access. So that's probably the quick answer. But like I say, there's lots of little bits of lots of other things that we need to consider that are in the back of there as well. Okay, so sorry, it's not a yes or no answer, but it's the best that I can do, and perhaps Jeremy at some point will be able to give you a better explanation on that, as it were. Okay, right. Let me do a quick screen share. So what I want to do is very quickly go through where we've put all of the information that we uploaded over the weekend for you guys to actually get the training, get the bots going. So I'm going to our, so this is the back office. I'm on the Getting Started tab. So this is the trading bots, and I'm on the Getting Started tab. And if you scroll down here, this is our regular bots that we've got running at the moment. So it's lots of information about those. If you're part of Zukul already, you've already got access to all of these. And then here, you can see at the bottom right, we've got our new setting up your binary options trading bot. So if you click on that button, I'll just have a quick drink while it loads up. Now, if you are not already a member of Pocket Option, then you will need to use the master account. Okay, so you'll need to register under the master account. But again, this is a twofold really. Basically, because the bot is linked to the master account, but also Pocket Option want to keep track of all of the bot users. So again, this is enabling them to keep a track of it. And it's part of us being able to expand this bot into Pocket Options further down the line. So if you want to have access to the bot within Pocket Options, you must use the master account to register, and this is obviously the button or the link to it. There's a little video here that Jeremy's done just explaining how quick and easy it is to set up. We've then got a series of videos here, and guys who've watched it, thank you very much for the feedback. Very much appreciated. And if there is anything on there that you're unsure of or you need me to clarify, then please let me know. Because obviously I want to make sure that you guys are getting the best out of these videos. So we've done an introductory on the video, on the bot. We've gone through the settings page, which again I'll touch on today, but not in great detail because again a lot of the information now is on these videos. We go through the asset column and I then give you a view on the max budget and the formula selection. Not everybody's going to have $10,000 to set up their binary bots, so I've tried to give you a more balanced approach on that, and again we'll touch on that tonight. How to use data selection, again we'll definitely do that a lot tonight. Creating your first bot we'll do. I'm not going to go into the smart. You've just heard a question there from Makeem about the profit target, smart compound and stop loss features. I will not go into that tonight. There is a video here that will explain it. If you're not a member of Zukul, you can watch this on YouTube. Okay, there's you'll find it on my channel, so it's there for you to look at. Okay, so there's lots of videos there. If there's a need for anything else, please let me know, and I will look to producing something for you. Okay, let's just quickly go back to the chat. Just see if there's anything on here that I've missed. Terry, yeah, no problem at all, Terry. Okay, so really the only question we've got so far is this one here about the stop loss. Okay, so let me just quickly go through this stop loss and then we'll go into setting up a bot. So I do apologize, I keep calling you Makeem. It's Maxime, so I do apologize. So you've set up a bot, you've set up a profit loss 50%. It reached it, which was good. Changed the first bit, that's good. It's reached. So why is the bot not keeping going with the $25 that's left? Right, okay. I'll hopefully explain how that works to people, but it might be that might be you might need to put a ticket in there, Maxime, because you might have settings on there. Clearly, I can't go into your bot to have a look. I wouldn't want you to do that, but support will be able to go in there and give you an explanation. But basically, what you're saying is it's reached $50. You're saying that it will trade for 50% of that, which is $25. It's only trading at 2. And it keeps stopping. The only thing that might be, if you could let me know, Maxime, what formula you've got on there. That's the only bit of information that's missing on there. You could let me know what the formula is, and that might have something to do with it. So if you could let me know the formula, I'll have a look at that. Other than that, that might be. There is no reason why it wouldn't continue trading. I can't see a reason why it wouldn't continue to trade. So it might be that you've got a little bit of a bug there. So it might be that you need to put a ticket into there. Okay, all right. I think we've done that enough. Right, let me just quickly stop sharing. Right, now then, we're going to do setting up bots in a moment, but I want to make sure in the next 5 minutes that those guys that are looking at this for a founder, okay, you're interested in becoming a founder, I want to very quickly give you the potted highlights of what it is to become a founder, and then obviously we will then go into setting up bots, and I'll show you how easy it is to set everything up. Okay, so just bear with me a moment. Okie dokie. Right. Hopefully you can see a little bit of me. Right. So why would you want to become a founder? Well, basically, you're running out of time. All right. Let me start off straight away. There's no sort of scarcity hype or anything like this. There has to be a point when we then start to, we operate 4 funnels in the back of Zukul. This is obviously for people who are probably unaware of how Zukul works. We operate 4 funnels in the back of Zukul, and founders obviously will get a priority position within those funnels. And some members of Zukul are upgrading to become founders. Now, they've already got positions in those funnels, and we need to reposition those people in the preferential areas within the funnel, and then we have to compress the funnel. So there's quite a lot of technical stuff that needs to be done before we can go into a proper launch. So that the deadline for the founders has to be the 31st of October, obviously the end of this month, in, like I say, in about 9 or 10 days. And we're already now starting to do the placing of the gold and the silver founders. We've got all those founders sort of getting into their position, and obviously it's now creating holes within the funnels. So it's a long job. It needs to be done. It then needs to be checked, and then needs to be tested, and everything that we need to, you know, there's going to be bits and pieces that need to be re-looked at. So that's why there has to be a deadline to it. Okay, so if we still have founder positions available on the 1st of November, then they are blocked off. They will never ever be filled. They will, as to open to the public wise, they'll be held by the companies. Jeremy will hold on to those, and he will use those, if you like, for like a sweetener for people who come into the business, who are interested, you know, they want to bring in big teams or they've got big organizations. Then it will, you know, give some leverage for the company. So we'll hold on to those. So it's not a problem if we don't, you know, we don't sell those founder positions, but it's a problem for somebody who may want to become a founder. And this is the reason why. As a founder, it will cost you 0.4 BTC. Okay. Now you can pay that in one lump if you want, or you can come to an arrangement where you pay a bit over a period of time in installments. You'll need to make that arrangement through the support ticket system within Zukul. Okay. Now the difference is that you could choose to pay that this week or before the 31st of October, or you could end up finding that you're going to be paying upwards of 5 BTC. That 0.4 BTC is lifetime access to all of this. Okay, this up to 5 BTC, and it could be 2 BTC, 3 BTC, 4, 5 BTC. That will be an annual fee. You will need to pay that every single year. So clearly, the benefit is, you know, you go for the cheaper option and you go for the lifetime access, in my view. But you know, it's entirely up to you guys. What are you going to get lifetime access as a founder? Well, you're going to get access to the binary options bot. I'm going to show you that in detail in about 5 minutes. You'll also get access to the new smart wallet. Again, that's a bot. Effectively, what happens is it uses arbitrage. It will take some funds, whether that be fiat or cryptocurrency, and it will look for the best place to buy and sell those funds around the internet. And it will continue to buy and sell, buy and sell, buy and sell, until you either hit a profit target that you've set it, or until you tell it to stop. To give you an example, we went on to CoinMarketCap, and we showed you that there was a huge difference. It was something like a $2,500 difference between the lowest price of Bitcoin and the highest price of Bitcoin on exchanges. So effectively, you could buy it on one exchange and then sell it on another, still have a Bitcoin, and also have effectively $2,000 worth of profit, which isn't bad business in one day. So that is the power of the new smart wallet. And remember, you won't necessarily just be doing it with Bitcoin. You could be doing with, you know, the 1,500 other cryptocurrency coins which are out there. We've also got the new crypto mining. Okay, we've got our own mining farm that we're creating at the moment. That's up and running. We're adding to it all the time. And the crypto mining, again, isn't just mining Bitcoin. It's mining the most profitable coins at that moment. Okay, and normal farms then transfer the cryptocurrency coins into Bitcoin and then sell it into fiat. What we will be doing is it will be mining whatever the profitable coin is, and then we will put that profitable coin back into the smart wallet. So you're going to have a profitable coin that's going into the smart wallet and then going through that cycle of looking for the exchanges where you can buy and sell it for a profit. You'll also have access to the new Forex trading bot. Okay, we're in the early stages of planning for the trading bot. We've been doing paper trading with various strategies at the moment. We're pulling in around about between 50 and 75 profitable pips every single day with the Forex trading. A pip, I don't know, you want to transfer that into either 10 cents, $1, $10, $100, whatever your budget is. You know, 50 pips a day is good going, trust me. Okay, so as far as the strategies are working really well, we'll be starting to effectively do live trading with that in the next couple of weeks, and then obviously once we've done the live trading, the bot then goes into production. Access to Jeremy Rush. Okay, you will have unprecedented access to Jeremy. He's the owner of Zukul. He is an incredibly successful, diverse businessman. He has created Zukul. He's creating the bots. He's got huge ideas and plans, which I cannot tell you about. We've got masses of secrets that are coming down the line. Every now and again on the Hangouts, he sneaks a little new one in. But you have access to him. We've got WhatsApp group. We've got all sorts of other groups that you can get in contact with Jeremy. He's very open to new ideas and will look at anything. Okay, he will look at it from a profitable angle, and he obviously will then help and guide you in becoming very profitable in the business that you're involved in. You will also, as I've already touched on before, you will have enhanced funnel positions. Bearing in mind that we've got 4 packages in the back office. You could be in one of those packages, or you could be in 4 of those packages. It's entirely up to you. If you want any more meat on these bones, then please contact the people ASAP that have left their details in that comment section below. Okay, and then we'll be able to talk a lot of this through with you. As I said to you before, closing date is the 31st of October. Okay, platinums have gone, gold's gone, silver gone, and a large number of the bronze founder positions have now gone. Okay, so there's not many left. So if you want to have a bronze founder position, it is going to cost you 0.4 of a BTC. Yes, it can be broken down into installments if that makes it easier for you. Clearly, you won't have access to the live part of the bot until the last installment's made, but obviously you can come to that arrangement with Zukul support. All right, that's it. Okay, like I say, there's a brilliant video in the comments below which goes into this in a bit more detail, but more importantly, it's the people's whose details below. Those are the people that you need to get in touch with. It's invitation only to join Zukul. You can't just rock up, as it were, and register with Zukul. Okay, right, I'm going to put all this back and then we're going to get to some work. Okay, right. Has that raised any questions? Let me just have a quick look. Darren Maskey cannot check as all our bots accounts have disappeared. Oh, have all disappeared? Sounds odd. Why would that be? Let me just check mine. Oh. Okay, I wasn't aware of that. Okay, fine. Right, well, hopefully I'll be able to set up an account. I'm not sure. They must be doing something in the back. I'm not sure why. So thank you for that, Anthony. I'll have a look. They might be doing something. Well, clearly the programmers are doing something. But I wasn't aware of that. I literally have just got in to do the Hangout, so I might have a message warning me of that. If Barbara's on the call, then if she could let us know, then that would be good. Looks like the bots are still working, even though they have gone in the back office. Okay, so the bots are still working, they're not in the back office. All right. So John Tor Graham, will some of the 2 to 5 BTC go to advertising of Zukul? John, we've got an advertising campaign already set up and just ready to go. The 2 to 5 BTC for members of Zukul, that will be going towards mining machines. It's not going into, it's not lining anybody's pockets or anything like that. It's not exotic holidays. It's literally going into the mining machines. If you bear in mind, a mining machine costs about 10 grand, and obviously we want to have hundreds and eventually thousands of these mining machines eventually. And I know Jeremy's got plans. Basically, Jeremy has another business which basically builds computers for, and this is layman's language, builds computers, builds servers, and he's basically combining that into creating mining machines which are able to flip from coin to coin. In the real world, you can effectively only just buy machines which will mine maybe 1 or 2 coins, whereas the machines that we've got are purpose built to flip, to do a whole range of coins. And so that's basically where the funds from the founders are going. And obviously once we go live and the 2 to 5 Bitcoin for the bits and pieces of software that we're selling, they will obviously also go to buy even more machines. So again, you know, that's, hopefully that helps. Mine have disappeared, mine have disappeared. All of my binary bots, yeah, we know that, William, thank you. What benefits do you get in the funnel? Okay, so I'm not here. Okay, and that's not really a proper name, is it? So I'm not here is asking, what benefits do you get in the funnel? Okay, in a funnel, you have 10 levels. The first level is, or the first person at the bottom, or is the company spot. Then there's 3 levels above that. They are the platinum founders. You then have 9 spots above that. They're the gold founders. You then have 27 spots above that. They are the silver founders, and then you have 81 spots above those. Those are the bronze founders. So effectively, you are in that part of the funnel. So everybody who then joins the business is then going to be placed somewhere in that funnel. Doesn't necessarily mean that they're all placed above you in that funnel because you're a founder. It just means that they will be placed in that funnel. But over time, obviously, you know, companies are going to be around, already been around for 4 years. It's going to be around for a number of years yet to come. And Jeremy was talking about handing it over to his son, bearing his son is only just 18 months. So, you know, with this business is going to be around for years. We've got huge cryptocurrency bots trading at the moment, and they're going to come online. It's going to create a whole new interest with the cryptocurrency community, the Make Money Online community, the Forex trading community, and just the general, you know, general community just want to make some money, okay, on the side. There is a huge range of different communities that we're going to be promoting to and advertising to, and obviously we will have leaders and members of Zukul who will also do their own advertising and promoting. So those funnels will fill up. However, we don't talk about the compensation plan anymore, okay, because the bots generate the income. In Old World and other companies, you would talk about the compensation plan because the reality was that was how you made your money, okay? Whereas now we have bots which make us money, and we've got a compensation plan and a funnel system, which is a nice bit of change at the end of the month as well. So we don't necessarily talk about that as much as we have done. We have done hangouts about that in the past. I'm not going to go into it tonight. You know, really want to get onto these bots. So that's basically the advantage of being in a founder, is that you're going to be handily placed near the bottom of the funnels. Again, there's a lot more information on funnels we've done in previous hangouts if you want to go in and check that out. Eric, do I have to be in the affiliate program to benefit from the funnels? Yes, you do, is the quick answer to that. Again, we've done a big hangout on funnels and affiliate program, so if you want to check that out, there's a lot of detail in there. Right, okay guys, I'm going to mindful that we've got 20 minutes now, so I want to get straight on to how we do these bots. So if you've got any questions about actual setting up of your bots, then pop them in there. That would be great, please. If you want me to do a hangout on just on funnels, I'll do one on Wednesday. But I think most people are funneled out and compensation planned out, and we've got loads of hangouts on those in the past. Really, I just want to go through how these bots work and how you can make money just through those bots. Okay, so excuse me, I'm going to share my screen, and regular viewers will know that I'll go quiet because I'm not great at multitasking. Right, there we go. So, I'm just frog in my throat. Excuse me. Okay, right. So here we are. This is sort of my generic dummy test account, if you like. Most of you be aware of it. If you see, and again, I'll make the same warning, if you see affiliate links on this account and you think you're going to be clever by using this affiliate link, then please don't, because it just goes into the, I don't know where it goes, but the links don't go anywhere. So you'll just be lost into the system. So like I say, if you want to join Zukul, use the links that are in the comments section below. So I'm in the back office. I've gone to trading bots, and I'm on my trading bots tab. I think most of you guys are now going to be familiar with that. The first thing to do is you go to this big blue button here, view stats and open new bot. And hopefully when I click on that, we will have some information appear. Yes, we do. Great. All right. So I was a little bit worried if the bots had gone. I was hoping that this wouldn't go. So what we've got here is all assets that are listed on our Pocket Option, the third-party platform that we're using. So you've got all assets, you've got currencies, which are obviously your standard fiat currencies, you've got cryptocurrencies, you've got commodities such as gold and oil, and then you've got stocks, which are things like Apple, Facebook, Disney, that type of thing. And you can obviously bet on whether these prices are going to go up or down, or the bot will bet on whether the price is going to go up or down. Now, the first thing you'll need to do in setting up a bot is you can clearly trawl through all of these, trying to find a profitable setting. However, the easiest thing to do is to choose one of these subjects. So we're going to go with, I'll go with stocks, okay, for now. All right, I'll click on stocks while we're here. And I've done a video on setting a max budget, so I'm not going to repeat that because I've already done it on the video. But what I am going to do is I'm going to choose $8 as my max budget, and I'll explain why I've chosen $8 in a moment. And then we click this blue button with our mouse. Don't press enter because it doesn't have the same effect. So click it with your mouse. And what the bot now does is it now sorts through all of the stocks, and it's looking to see how much it could possibly have made if it had a budget of just $8. Now, bearing in mind that a couple of these days, these assets, these pairings wouldn't have been traded because it was the weekend. So where you can see it's greyed out, either there's no information for it to pull from because it wasn't being traded, or it couldn't find a profit, or it couldn't find a good profitable trade or trading sessions, if you like, for 24 hours with that budget. So we're going to scroll down here, and because it was the weekend, we're probably going to be looking for the OTCs. So for example, here you've got Walt Disney OTC. Now, OTC basically means over the counter, and over the counter is another way of basically Walt Disney will only be traded on the main stock markets in America, as an example. And when the American stock market closes, Walt Disney shares can still be traded, but not in its base on its base market. And so it's done what's called, it used to be called over the counter, which obviously is a term from back in the day when before we had computers. But essentially, it's another price or trade in another area of the world. So you can see that it was traded over the weekend. And I'm just picking this one because it's got the set of 3 here. So you can see for our budget of $8, we've got 3 days worth of results. You can see that You know, if we only had a budget of $6 here, we had strategy A with that algorithm and that formula, we could have turned that into $117 worth of profit, which is crazy. That would have been Friday, okay? Then on Saturday, it would have only taken $1 with the same strategy, same algorithm, a slightly different formula. We would have got $99. And then on Sunday, with a $3 or $4 budget, call it, same strategy, slightly different algorithm this time, and a slightly different formula, we would have made $31. So one of the things that I talk about in the video is trying to find some sort of consistency, and we seem to have stumbled across what looks like a potential here. So we've got the same strategy, which is good. We've got 2 out of the 3 algorithms which are the same, which is good, and it's just a matter of then tweaking the formula in theory. So what do? We go to the left hand side here, which is like a master settings, and if we automatically put in strategy A, okay, that won't change anything. And in here we can now select the algorithm. Now I'm going to go with algorithm 20 simply because we have it out of 2 of them, and we've now put algorithm 20 in here, and you can still see that there's a profit there. So the next thing is the formula. Now we've got a 1.5, a 1.3 and a 1.2 formula. And if we click here, you can see the full range of formulas. Okay. Now, why did I put 8? Well, the reason I put 8 in is because if we imagine that this formula here is 1, 1, 1, 1, that would take $4. Okay, $1 bet, $1 bet, $1 bet, $1 bet. If we gave it 2 times to do that, that would obviously be 2 times 4, which is $8. So that's why I put $8 in. That said, we've still got a 1.5 and a 1.3 in play here. Now, I wouldn't necessarily suggest that you go for that, but we'll just play with it for now. So we're going to click the 1.5 formula here. So you can see that stays the same. That has shot up, but so has the budget. Okay. And this one here has gone into a loss, and it needed $165 in order to produce you a minus $10. Okay, so at some point in the day on Saturday, this bot, if it was on this formula, would have shown minus 51. At some point on Sunday, with these settings, it would have shown minus 65. Now, if you were a trader manually trading with your human emotions, you would most likely have cut those bots off at the knees, and you would have stopped them because you've got a loss. Whereas, because the bot doesn't have that human emotion, it just continues that formula with the strategy and with the algorithm. By the end of the day, it produced a profit of $222. So it's a swing of $273 between its low, if you like, and its finishing high. So when you see, I think someone's put a question in the WhatsApp group today about weekend trade, and I'll go through that in a moment. But someone else put in a mention in the Facebook group, in the WhatsApp group, about them noticing that their bots are in minuses. They will be in minuses at parts of the day, even when they show huge profits like this. So even this one here, it was minus $5 at some point in the day, but it's finished at minus 1. Okay, this one is minus 65, finished at minus 9. Now, if I cut my losses at minus $165, I'd have lost $165. Whereas by letting it run, I could have reclaimed effectively $150 worth of loss, if you like. Even though I've made a loss here, I would have made it even worse had allowed my human emotions to kick in and thinking, cripes, I've lost a lot of money. Okay, so you need to bear in mind that that budget is how much you are willing to lose or risk on your bot making a profit. So that said, we've gone with an $8 budget initially, so we want to try and keep it low. So we're going to change this formula. We're going to bring that down to 1.3, and you can see here that's gone from, still made $100, but it's now using only $1 to generate that. But this is quite high, $65 and only producing $17. All right. So we'll just come down a little bit more to a 1-2, and you can see now $17. That's not so bad. And if we do a 1-1, okay, so a 1-1, still got $4 results here. It's only risking us $4, and these are not risking us very much either. Okay, but again, over the 3 days, that's still producing, call it $27 profit. Now, if we're going to be happy with the strategy, which seems good, we can play with the formula between the 1-1 and the 1-2, okay? Because I still don't think $17 is bad to be playing with. We'll take it to 1-1 for now. What I would then do is start to mess with the algorithm, and what I'm looking for is a couple of things. So I'm just going to start at 1. Okay, and we can see here that this is showing a minus, so we're not going to go with algorithm 10. We know what algorithm 20 does. We'll do 30. Okay, 30 looks really good. Why does it look really good? Well, it's not bad at $32 profit over 3 days. Only uses 5, only uses 1, and only uses 2.5 or $2.50. Algorithm 40, bit of a loss on the 3rd day. 50, not too bad. 60, a bit of a loss. 70, another loss. 80, small profit. 90, small profit on the 3rd day again, and 100, small profit on the 3rd day. Now we've got algorithm 20, algorithm 30, which looks the better, and algorithm 40. Now, what I want to make you aware of, I didn't mention this in the video, but it's something that retrospectively I probably need to go back and point out. You see that we've got an algorithm of 20 which produces that result, and an algorithm of 30 which produces that result. If we had a 3rd day, a 3rd algorithm, so let's say that algorithm 20 showed a small plus here, or algorithm 40 showed a small plus here, then we would have a really good sweet spot between algorithm 20 and 30. And why am I saying that? If you can choose the algorithm in the middle of 3 positive algorithms, then you're giving yourself the best opportunity, in my experience. So let me see if I can show you one, how that works. Too much going on there. Let's have a look at this here, IBM. In fact, if we go back to Disney and just change this up a bit, this might do it for us, actually. Yes. Okay, look. Ignore the headline figure, okay? Ignore that. What I want you to notice here, okay? And again, largely ignore the budget. I'm sort of exaggerating to make a point here. But you'll notice that algorithm 10, okay, is showing a small positive there. But we've changed it to algorithm 20. We've now got 28, 33, 13. Okay, that's a pretty good spread. If we go to algorithm 30, 38, 29, and 11. Okay, stretching it a little bit, but I'm still be okay with that. If we go to algorithm 40, okay, we've now got, if we could get that to 10, we would have a really good set of 3 profits there. And out of those 3, the 20, 30, and 40, I would go with the 30 because it sits in the middle of your algorithms that are all positive. So if you go to 50, really good, yeah? 32, 22, 31. If we go to 60, not bad. 70. Okay, we seem to have flipped the other way around now. 80, no. 90, no. So 50 looks really good. 40. I would be tempted to try, depending on how much of money you're prepared to risk. Okay, bear in mind this is now crept up to 25, but you're looking at between algorithm 40 and algorithm 50 as being quite good. Okay, that looks really good. It's down to how much of a budget you're prepared to risk. Okay, remember we started this exercise with just 8. Yeah, so I use 8 just to sort of give me less choices, which allows me to zero in on maybe 3 or 4 on a page, as opposed to having a look at all of them. I normally would have my budget set between sort of, I don't know, 40, 50, 60, $100 is usually where I put my budgets. But again, different people will have different budgets and different expectations. So, so hopefully that makes a bit of sense. Now let me just go back to see if that generates any questions. So if you've got any questions, that would be good. And I'll just have a quick drink. Thanks, Barbara. So Barbara's just confirmed that Danny is working on the binary bots, so that's fine. Okay, lovely. Right, so any questions, guys, on what I've covered so far? No? Okay. Right, so that was Walt Disney. Okay. Now we'll go back and we'll have a look at now the other question that I got was weekend trade. Okay, so let me just stop sharing for a second so I'm not talking to a screen, I'm talking to somebody. Okay, so the other question was weekend trade, and what the question was is, you know, if we're looking at our bots on, sorry, let me just get rid of these. Be with you in a sec, guys. Like I said before, I'm not very good at multitasking. There we go. Get that back. There we are. Right, I can now see everybody. So weekend trade, what happens is most of the markets, so you've got the FTSE 100 if you're in the UK, you've got the CAC in America, in France, you've got the DAX in Germany, you've got the S&P 500, you've got Wall Street, you've got you know, all the Nikkei, you've got all these big exchanges and trades that trade Monday to Friday within particular time frames. And so that is where there's huge liquidity, as we call it in the market. So there's lots of people buying, lots of people selling. What happens at the weekend is obviously you've then got your regular big businesses and your regular traders are not working, so therefore there's less liquidity. So if somebody makes $100 million purchase on a 2 o'clock on a Wednesday afternoon, you wouldn't notice it. Whereas if somebody makes $100 million purchase on a Saturday and a Sunday, because there is less liquidity, then you will certainly notice that, and that's where you will see certain spikes or certain drops in prices and rising prices, and it becomes unpredictable. So the point that Jeremy and I have made in the past is that when you're trading the weekend, is trade really cautiously, because the information is being driven by a lot less people trading. Still probably millions of people trading, but it's a lot less in comparison to Monday to Friday. And then on top of that, you've also got, you have bots. Now we have bots Monday to Friday. I want to say bots, I mean financial traders use bots. You know, it's not just us. So you've got financial trading bots in these big financial houses. I won't name them, but they will use bots to help them make the calculations in order for them to make the trades. And those bots, there is also bots which trade on a Saturday and a Sunday in the OTC market, that over-the-counter market. And again, because there's less liquidity, those bots can obviously affect the trades as well. So you just need to be aware that that is the issue with the weekends. Doesn't mean that it's terrible and you should never do it. It's just you go into it with your eyes open. So when on a Monday you're then looking at the information which is polling for Friday, Saturday and Sunday, as we are doing today, then you just have to have a bit of cautious view on it. So if you remember when we looked at Walt Disney, we had a good Friday, we had a good Saturday, but we couldn't quite get the Sunday to price to look like it was in line with the other 2 days. Then you could take a view that because Friday and Saturday looked okay, then that Sunday one is possibly a blip based on the fact that under normal circumstances, Friday and Saturday it was trading normally, and that might have been part of that weekend lack of liquidity. And that everything, if you go with your settings for your Friday and your Saturday, then your Monday should be broadly okay. But you can protect yourself by perhaps making your budget smaller, or making your stop loss smaller, and so you've got less risk to the market, and also less gap, if you like, that danger zone, as Jeremy talks about it. You can get into profit and stay in profit in a much more quicker time. So that's how I would be suggesting to you to look at your Monday, Tuesday trades. When you get to Wednesday, it's not such an issue because you're looking at Monday and Tuesday's trading pattern for your bots if you're setting them up. But again, I go back to the comment that I made right at the beginning, to remember, and we were talking about these bots that we've had running almost for, I don't know, a good couple of months. And we've just let these bots run. We've just, Jeremy and Danny set the bots up and just got them going. We've had bots running for days and days and days and weeks. And if you just allow them to run, then they will show you profit over time. It just comes down to how much budget, how much breathing room you're prepared to give those bots in order to make you that profit. Okay, so hopefully with everything with trading, there is not a silver bullet. There is not a yes or a no answer. All we can do is largely give you views based on our experience with either trading or our views based on using the bots. And that has been my experience. I had a fantastic weekend last weekend, made a lot of money trading over the weekend, whereas the weekend before, it was a little bit up and down. Last week, if you look at the stock market, if you keep an eye on the stock market, all hell. I mean, it's crashing all around the place. The FTSE was all over the place. The Dow Jones has fallen. Huge losses. But again, I was still able to make really decent money during, with the binary bots. But then over this weekend, it's been a struggle. It's been a little bit of profit and a little bit of loss. But I know that over the course of the past 2 weeks, I'm well in profit. Okay, so you just need to understand that that's how markets are. It's not like thinking, okay, I'm definitely going to make $100 today and $100 tomorrow and $100 after that. It might be 75 today. It might be 125 tomorrow. It might be 87 the day after. It might be 25 the day after. It might be 230 the day after that. You can see that when you go through the analysis from the settings screen. So hopefully that answers a few questions about the weekend trading. And I'm very conscious that we have gone well, we're now going to go well over our hour. So guys, if you've got any questions, if you get them in now, because what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go and set up some bots. I'm going to set them up live. So I'm going to, I'll be sharing my screen and then I'll come back to this in a moment. Okay. Bear with me a moment. Clicking the wrong button, and that was with me being quiet. Okay, right. Right, I'm going to go to cryptocurrencies because I'm very familiar with cryptocurrencies. I'm going to go to $8 budget. I'm going to click on max the filter button, and as you can see, Scenario looks good, but it's not. I've not had any luck with Scenario at all. As much as I keep trying with it, it doesn't work for me. Vercoin. AAB. Can we get? So I've got two A's here. So my first port of call is to see if I can get that. It's not. It might be because the formula's not, the algorithm's not right. So if I put it into 50, that just seems to make it worse. Ooh, look at that. Strategy A, algorithm 70. Strategy A, algorithm. Look at this, guys. Okay. So we've got strategy A, strategy A, strategy A, algorithm 70, 70, 70. We've got a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And our budget looks reasonable. Look, you know, $12 here, 2, and we'll call it $14 there. Okay, so this looks like it could be a winner. Now, we go to strategy A, we go to the 1, 2 formula. And now, do you remember what I just said? We're going to have a look at the algorithms either side of that 70. Right, so we're going to have a look at algorithm 60. Shows profit Saturday and Sunday. Okay, slow one on Friday. 70 looks really consistent. Algorithm 80. Okay, looks good as well. 90 looks good as well. 100 looks good as well. Now we've got a choice to make, because 70, 80, 90 and 100 all look good. Okay, now some people may just go for the highest one that they can get. I would say you need to get one that's in the middle of those, and that looks quite good to me, the algorithm 80. So strategy A, algorithm 80 and the 1, 2. Why have I chosen that? Well, the budgets aren't unreasonable. Okay, it's less than $14. I know that algorithm 90, 80, 70 and 60 are all profitable across the 3 days. Okay, and I'm slap bang in the middle of it in algorithm 80. So this is almost, for me, this is a bit like, almost like too good to be true. Okay, it's because all your sort of ducks, from my point of view, are all lined up nicely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click select. I'm going to put video hot. Okay, we're in demo. I'm going to run it for at least 72 hours. The budget is actually going to be 40. Okay, and I'm going to set a profit target of 20. Okay, I'm going to explain that in a moment. I'm going to hit compound, and my first bet is going to be 1, and my stop loss is going to be, it's going to be 80. Okay, so very quickly, what have I done and why have I done it? I run it over 3 days. Okay, that's my intention. There may be occasions when the profit's really good and I just cut it short after a day or a day and a half. It may be on occasions when I just allow it to run. Okay, but my intention is always to run it for 3 days. Algorithm settings and things like that, okay, we've gone through that and the reasons why I've chosen those. My budget, standard budget, is, like I say, between $30 and $40. Sometimes I go up to $60 or $100. It really depends on what the payoff is. But on this one, it doesn't look like I need to risk a great deal in order to make a profit. And I've gone with the 20. So I've gone on the erred on the side of caution. Now, if you remember in the video, I talk about dividing this by 4. So if we go for 165 divided by 4 and then rounding it down, I would probably go for, normally I would go with 40 in there. Okay, so if it was like if I was looking at a normal daily week, day of the week, but I'm not. If you remember, I'm looking at Saturday and Sunday. So what I'm doing is I'm just being cautious, go for 20, get it into profit. And then what happens is, because I've set the smart compound button, as soon as it goes into 20, that then becomes 2. So my bets then become, instead of being 1, 2, 4, and 8, my next bets become 2, 4, 8, and 16. Okay, so I'm automatically building it quicker. And I've gone for the 80% stop loss level because instead, I would normally have gone for 40 here. I'm going for a cautious 20. It still allows me to get $4 profit. I know $4 profit doesn't sound very much, okay, but it means that I've got $16 to then do that compound trading. And then if I want to come back and increase it, I can do. But, you know, I just want to make sure I can get into profit on this particular trade. So hopefully that all makes sense. I'm going to set it to live. Promised I would set it for live. So I'm going to set it for live and then click start. And there we go. So we should now have, there we go. So there's our bot all up and running. Now, hopefully that one just nailed a few bits and pieces that I've talked about today. Now, do we have any final questions before we go? So I'm not here is asking, how do we pay our 25% commission of the profits to the company? You will have a button that will appear in your back office when it becomes appropriate. I'm not here. There'll be a big button. Don't worry about that. Okay, right. It's 10 past 8. Any last questions? Hopefully not. And hopefully we've covered everything in those videos. So I'll stop sharing. So guys, what I would do is go back to your bots. If you've got a demo bot, then I would have a good look at Vercoin. I'm not suggesting for 1 minute that you risk live money, okay? I'm suggesting that you use demo, okay, and just see how that Vercoin plays out. You know, it looks like it ticks a lot of those boxes from my perspective. So I've got high hopes for it. But again, tomorrow, you know, the whole I've just duplicated your live test and started at the same time. Cool. All right. Well done, Graham. Hopefully you've done it in demo, right? Don't want to be irresponsible. All right. Thank you very much. Any feedback that you have for tonight, anything you want me to go over again, I will do on Wednesday. But I will be here on Wednesday. And again, make no complaints about it. I will, or I make no what do you call it? Apologies for it. I will obviously be talking about founder positions, and of course I'll be demonstrating the bots, and hopefully I can show you that we've got a successful trade there as well, at least hopefully show you the results of that trade. But one of the things that I am starting to do, and you might want to do it as well, is that I use that, I mean, I use $8, you may use a different amount, but I'm focusing on cryptocurrencies at the moment, and I'm screenshotting those $8 pages, and I'm looking at the ones where we've got 3 successful trades across the days. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a look to see if there's any sort of patterns that build up, okay? And I will use that as part of my trades and my setups as well. So again, it's all about testing, okay? It's all about testing, and finding out what really works for you. Because okay, we've got bots which just do everything for us. I can now go to bed, and you know those bots will continue trading for me. But you have to put in a little bit of work beforehand in getting those settings right. And again, it comes down to how much you're prepared to risk with how much profit you're prepared to make. Jeremy, I'm naturally cautious. Jeremy is not, okay? That's probably why he's massively successful, because he's happy to take risks, whereas I'm a bit more cautious about it. But Jeremy will risk a lot more to gain even more, okay? You look at that bot and the amount of money that he was prepared to risk, and just look at the reward he's got on that, okay? So it's about understanding your trading mentality as well as allowing the bot to just do its work, okay? Thank you very much, guys. And I will, like I say, if I don't speak to you before, I shall see you on Wednesday. All I need to do now is find the right button to cancel everything and stop broadcasting. Take care. Bye-bye.